Alright, so let's see how we solve this by completing the square. We have our trinomial x squared plus 6x plus 5. It is equal to 0. So it is in standard form. But when we complete the square, we don't really want standard form. We need to get all of the terms with variables on one side, our constant terms on the other side of the equation. So we're going to start this thing by moving 5, subtracting it from both sides. Now we have x squared plus 6x equals negative 5. Alright, so we left a little bit of space here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a blank on both sides of the equation. Now we need to fill in this blank. We need to fill in the blank with a specific number. And we get that number by looking at the linear term, the b value. We take half of that b value and we square it. So let's go off to the side and let's say, okay, our b value is 6. We need to take half of that and we square it. So half of 6 is 3, and 3 squared is 9. And that's what's going to go in each one of these blanks. So let's go ahead and simplify this, and then we can solve. X squared plus 6x plus 9 is equal to negative 5 plus 9, 4. Okay, so now we built this trinomial a specific way so it would factor. And when we factor it, it's going to become x plus 3 quantity squared. And now that's equal to 4. Okay, so we factor this by taking the square root of the first term, the sign from the middle term, and the square root of the last term. Okay, so now when we solve this, it's simply using the square root method. We first take the square root of both sides. So that gives us x plus 3, which is equal to positive or negative 2. Okay, now we just need to subtract 3, and x will be equal to negative 3 plus or minus 2. Okay, so this represents two solutions. We have x could be negative 3 plus 2, which that's negative 1, or x can equal negative 3 minus 2, which gives us a negative 5. And we have our solutions of negative 1 and negative 5, and we have solved by completing the square.